and this journey that we're on together. And I'm so happy to be here despite all whatever trials or struggles you might have had this week. Guess what? We're still here, right? I had to listen to a lot. I actually found out this week that I had quite a bit of family that is either no longer with us um, because of the times that we're in. And so you learn in life to take the good with the bad, right? And we just work on what we can do with the moment that we have, right? That kind of teaches us to continue to love ourselves as much as we can, right? Which was what I started out on. And as we end this month of love and inspiration, this month of Black history, but I want to say, I don't believe that this is just Black history, right? This is a month that all of us have some history in our life that we can either share, that can improve, help to improve the lives of others, right? And so I want to just go back and I want us to talk about how we were the things that we were talking about last week. Hopefully you did your assignment, right? Hopefully you were able to tell yourself, right? All those positive things that we talked about, right? How strong you are, how to love yourself, how fearfully and wonderfully made you are. And I hope that we can continue to remind ourselves of that and carry ourselves into this coming week. The journey that we've been on, I thank you for sharing it with me. And I hope that we can continue this in the weeks to come. So last week, I ended on talking about taking you through the alphabet from A to Z, right? And so this week, I want to continue that, but I want to just go over and review that reminder, right? Acknowledging and accepting who you are, acknowledging the errors or the mistakes that you've made, and to continue to move forward by believing in yourself. Look at what you can conceive for your life, where you want to see yourself, and how to dream again, right? Those were all the things that we were talking about last week. And so I just want to continue along that line, right? And so we're going to pick up with the letter E, right? Being eager, right? Eager to learn, right? I'm going to challenge you. This is going to be my challenge. Needing for you to be or reading, finding something inspirational to read or to listen to, words or things that can motivate you. My go to most of the times is the Bible. That's just my go to. But I have many inspirational people that I listen to and try to learn from and try to grow from. And so I want you to extend yourself. Those are the two E's, right? Being eager to learn, inspire yourself, and extend yourself also to others. How many of you know that when you give back to others, it's not because you want to receive something, but it is in giving that you receive, right? And so that's what I want for you to think about. How can you extend yourself to others, whether it's for the new upcoming month, for the month of March? What can you do that you can go beyond yourself and try to reach others, inspire someone else? And then F, forgive. We were talking about that last week, learning to forgive yourself, right? Even when others won't forgive you. And feel. Monitor how you're feeling this week. How are you feeling right now? And like I said, I know a lot of us, we're going through a lot of things. There's a lot of emotions that we're dealing with. Monitor that. What do I need to do to change the way that I'm feeling? Because if I'm aware of how I'm feeling, I can change that direction, right? I can change that course. Maybe listen to some music. Like I shared with you before, I love just to decompress and take a walk, right, on the beach, or just read a book, listen to something inspirational. But I love music for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe that's something again that I got from my grandmother, I got from my dad. I grew up listening to just singing and praising and worshiping. And so finding something that's going to put you on a frequency of feeling good, putting yourself in a positive place where you're going to feel good about you and not think about or focus on the negatives, right? That is actually really my challenge to you this week. What is the frequency that you're on? Finding that, okay? What wavelength am I operating on? And understand that. Really zone in and focus. Is it love or pain? Loss or fear? Right? Strong or weak? What is the frequency that you are operating on? And I want you to switch that, right? If it's positive and it's all within loving yourself, keep it. But if it's not on the frequency that you want to be, switch it, right? And then grow. We were talking about last week, right? When you conceive or you plant a seed, how you're going to conceive, right? That tree is going to start, it's going to take root, it's going to start growing, right? Learn something new. What can you do that's going to help you grow? And give your time, resources, a piece of you to things that you believe in and that you're passionate about. Start working on you by getting back to yourself. Being happy, be on purpose. Be on purpose about being happy, finding that good place, finding things to laugh about, right? And helping. When you help others, it's more about helping yourself because it puts you in a happy place. It puts you in a good place. The 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 scripture that jumped out to me this week when I was thinking about strength was actually Proverbs 31. And I focused in a little bit on verse 30. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised, right? When we put ourselves in the hands of God, where we fear Him and we're waiting to see what He's going to do in our lives, that's when you start feeling that happiness. The other scripture that I wanted to focus on, Psalms 46, verse 5. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God will help her when morning dawns, right? Isn't that beautiful? Knowing that we have a new dawn every day. So it doesn't matter where you are, what place you're in, there's a new dawn, there's a new sunrise, there's a new day to start and to begin afresh and to start all over again, right? Proverbs 3, verse 15. She is more precious than jewel, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Think about that. Do you really understand how precious you are as a woman? All the gifts you bring to this earth, just how much you have to offer to others. I often say, we do not know the things that lie dormant in us, the strength that we have that we can share with others and lift them up. And so that's what I am hoping that this week that we will focus on. When we get ourselves on that frequency and loving ourselves and seeing how precious we are, we can pass that on to others because they'll see just how happy we are. And so that summarizes really where my heart was this week. That focus on Proverbs 31. Take a look and really see how God sees us, right? And what I want to leave you with, Proverbs 31, verses 16. She considereth a field and buy it. With the fruit of her hand she planted a vineyard. She girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reaches forth her hand to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. Imagine, and here it goes back again to stretching out your arms. How about reaching out this week and just lifting a hand to help someone? Think about maybe someone you haven't seen for a while, or maybe you know that they're going through some trials. How about just reaching out, making a phone call, or going to visit them and finding out how they're doing and letting them know that they are missed and they're loved? Go beyond yourself this week. And that's what I want to leave you with. But of course, my journey and our journey, because this is a journey that you're taking along with me, right? I need for you to understand, like I say, we are wonderfully, fearfully, and wonderfully made. And I want you to know that you are a royal woman. So this week ending, I'm going to play that song for you. She's royal, so you can understand just how royal you are and how you need to see yourself. This is Lisa Gay, and I'm signing off. Until next week, I look forward to meeting you and seeing you again. Keep being beautiful, keep shining, and keep growing. That's what I want to do this week. All right? I will see you next week. Guys. Can relate. Can they find a special someone? She's royal, yeah. So I want her in my life. Every woman is